Hello guys, this is Jonathan Steadman, and today what we're going to do is start doing for database series. So there is a sort of tutorials on how to use Microsoft Access, because that is the most used software for databases, but there's not really much for the Libre Office Base. So that's why I'm going to be using this software. I'm also going to use it because it's open source and it's free, and also because it's very simple to use. So today we're just going to do the basics. This is going to be part 1. Tomorrow I'll be doing part 2, and then part 3, and then part 4, and it goes on. So what we want to do now, we're going to see the screen. Now when we do see the screen, we need to click on to create a new database, and there should be more options here, but click onto this option. Now to use this software, we need to make sure we have Java installed. Java is very important for it, and also have the LibreOffice extension, I think it is called, to be able to use it. But we should be fine because it should be all being pre-installed anyway. Okay, now go to press on the next button, and now how do you want to proceed after saving this document? Rest search of the database for me, open with database editing. Okay, just click on to finish now. And now we can name the database. So let me put this into my college folder. Now we put that one as employees. Okay, now we'll have that as employees. Now save it. Now that is going to be loaded up. Now we'll see this table. Like you'll see tables, you're going to see queries, you're going to see forms, you're going to see reports. So what we want to do is create a table in design view. Today we're going to be doing tables. After that we will be doing today we're going to be just doing for tables, and then after that we're going to do for forms, and then queries, and then reports. So today we'll be doing for tables. Okay, and for the next video I do believe we're going to do forms or queries. Let's go for down. Yeah, we're going to do queries next, and after that we're going to do forms, and after that we're going to do reports. So, and I'll click onto this button, create table in design view, or we can use wizard to create a table or create view. What we want to do is click onto this button, and now we're here. So this is going to be your field name, so just put down ID. So this is going to be your ID number, and now we'll just look for number. Let's click onto here, number, because it's going to be your ID. And now to make it a primary key, go over here and then click onto that to make that a primary key. And I'll name this table, so call it employees. And now press on OK. So this is ID. Now we want is the first name, so we want that to be text. And now we can do the second name, and that will be a text one. Okay, now what we can do is date of birth, and that one will be the we want it to be a time. I will try a date. We want this one to be date, so click onto date. And now what we're going to do is make that one required. That means that people will have to fill this in. Yes. And for that one we can just click onto yes. And now we can put down, so we have first name, we have a second name, we have date of birth. And now what would an employee also would want? We also want that phone number. So put down a phone number. So that way people can paste in their phone number. So click onto number. Good. Now we want to add an email address. Okay. Do they have that thing? Yeah, that's what you want. Okay. So once we have done that, we have email address, our phone number, we have date of birth, we have second name, first name, and now we can put down credit card. Credit. This is going to be an example, but I think they would have that in a separate credit card number. I know I wrote that wrong, but this is just a tutorial tool. It's not, I don't really care. But we can make that one a number, and that one has to be required. So I'm going to make sure that the phone number is not required, but we have to paste in the email address. So yes. So yes, this is what we have done. We can also drag this like that to make it bigger. But this is just how I want it to be, more for information I want to add to it. So we have done that. Credit credit. Yeah, I think that's how to spell it, I'm not sure. Okay, now press on to Control S to save this whole document. Now close by pressing this X button, obviously. And now to edit, to add employees information, just double click, and now we can add the ID, add their first name, such as Jonathan Steadman, for example. That's me. And now we can add the date of birth, such as 12 of 2003, for example. And our phone number, which will be a random number, like this. I don't know why I didn't include a 0, but we're going to fix this in a later video. Okay, so steadmanjohn@gmail.com. Okay, so this is my email address, and for my credit card information, this is not real, guys. This isn't my credit card information. As you can tell, I will never share my credit card information. I don't know why I didn't include all these other ones, but that's an issue we can fix there. So now we can add another one. So that one we can call Page, because that's a cool name. Okay. Oh wait, I didn't even finish it. And then we can put first last name to be Frog, for example. And now we can add the date of birth, such as 12 for 12 and 19. So she will have been born in 2019. Anyway, just add a random phone number like that. Add a email address, it's pg.htop.com. And now we can just add their credit card information random. Okay, now we can add another 3 of them, and now we can call that one Tracy. And then Parker. I think that's a real person, I'm not sure. Okay, so we can make that one 07, and then make that one, and then make that one 2004. So she would have been born in 2004, and then we can just add that, and then we can just add their email address at htop.com, and now we can add their phone number. Okay, yeah, can I add their phone number? Credit card information, I mean. Okay, now we're going to add 5 people. So call that one Lily. Lily, and make that one as top, and then make that one into 2003. And then we can just add a random phone number, and after that we can add a email address, and then now we're going to add a credit card number, which can be like that. Why is it doing that to me? Okay, good. So now number 5, the last one. Now we can call that one Gmail, because Gmail is a cool tool, even though it's made by Google. And now we can put down YouTube, Gmail YouTube, and now we can add the date of birth. So 2001. Okay, now we can just add in their phone number, and then we can just add in their htop.co.uk, and now we can just add the credit card information like that. Okay, so we have added 5 people to the database. Now Control S to save it. Now we do have this database now. Drag this to make it bigger, or we can also drag this down if we want to, just to make the columns bigger. I would like to have it like this because it's quite big and it's easier to see. So just Control S to save this. Now click onto the X button to close. Okay, we can create more than one table. We can go over here and we can add, this can be for customers database. So put down ID, because sometimes customers would like to get their primary key add, because sometimes customers would like to have their packages delivered to their door, you know. So customers, especially due to COVID, and people have to stay home due to them having COVID, so they would have to do deliveries, wouldn't they? Okay, so we've got ID. Now we can add first name, so that way for customers can add their first name into their database. So for that one we can go to, maybe we're going to be happy with that one, but we need to change that one to a number. And then what we're going to do is that we are going to go into a number. For that one is going to be required. Yes, we don't really care about the ID, so we can see that. Now we can add first name. Now just update this to first name. Now Control S, and now we can add in a second name. Right. Second name. So now this will be with second name, and we're going to have it as a text type. Okay, so we do have an ID, we also have a first name, we also have a second name. Just make sure that we keep on saving for work, because sometimes it can crash. Every software can crash sometimes, so we just need to make sure that it's fully up to date, as updated as we can make it. Date of birth, and now Control S to keep on saving for work, so that way if it does crash, then we're still going to have up to date work. Okay, so this is going to be a date of birth, so what we need to do is change that one to a date format. So click over here to change this to a date format. Now we have done that, so we have a first name, we have a second name, we have a date of birth. We also will need their phone number. So let's add that phone number, and that one could be a number. And then we can add a email address. Email address, which can be just text. So we're going to add five customers to the database. Okay, now we can just add credit card information, credit card number, and then we also need the house address, don't we? So we can make that one number, and we can make that one required. And for email address, we can also make that one required. We don't need to do a phone number. Date of birth, we also need the name to make sure that we are doing this to the right person. Okay, now just drag this to make this table a lot more bigger, so that way we can read it. Now we have that added. Now we can add home address. So home address, and now we want to have added for home address, let's keep it as text. Now we can click over here, I'll press on Control S to save for work. Now I'll press on the X button to exit. And now to edit it, click on to customers. Now we can add in that information, such as Jim, for example, and then for second name it could be Steve, Jim Steve, that makes loads of sense, and then the 12th of the 4th of 2003, and then for a number it could be a random number, and then email addresses such as Steadman John 31 at htop.com, because he's my fan. I'm joking. Okay, now credit card information can be that, and then house address such as Frogs Town 23. This is just a random address. I don't even know that's a real place or not, but you know, I'm not obviously going to share my real address, because that's just so not so smart. Okay, now make that one into 5, but we did this all wrong. 5, and then we can make that one 2005, because guess what, we own for year 2050. That's how come people that seems young is working for the company. Now I can make that one a random thing, such as gmail.com, so just the email address, and now we can add in the credit card information, so a random one, and then we can also add in the email address, the house address, in like this. Now number 3, we can add in htop, and then his name can be Steve, and then we can do for date of birth, to make sure that they're the right age of selling their getting for products. Now we can add in a phone number, and then we can just add in an email address, and now we can just add the credit card information. Now we can add in a home address. Now number 4, we can make that one Frogs. Oh god, shut up. And then we can do town, and now we can just do that 2003. And then we can just add in a phone number, and then we can just add the email address at gym.com, and then we can just add in a random phone number, and then right here we're going to add random, and then now we're going to do one more, number 5. Now we can just do gym at town, and then 12, there's 09, then we can do 1995. Like this, and now we can add in a random phone number, and then now we can just add in a random at gmail.com, and now we can just add in the credit card information. I don't know why I did that. Oh god, no. So like this, and now we can just add a random home address. So right now we're going to have 5 people as our customers. Okay, now Control S to save it all. Now press this X button. So today in this episode we have learnt how to create a table. In the next episode I will be teaching you guys how to make a form. Thanks guys for watching this video. I will see you guys very soon. Yeah, I'm going to end the episode here. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, bye.